Good morning, everybody. It's Coach Lori, and I'm doing a quick video this morning. First time I've tried this way, so bear with me here. I wanted to do a little discussion about the scale since we're all tend to be so fixated on it. And what sort of prompted this was my husband this morning going, because we have one of those scales that tells you, 150 whatever point whatever percent. And so if the point part goes up or down a little bit, he kind of gets freaked out. And we were having this discussion this morning because he weighs every day, which, as you know, I try to tell most of you not to do that for this very reason. But I thought I would share a little bit. There is a document here in the Facebook group, and it's called Why the Scale Lies. And I put it there so that you would understand the fluctuations that happen in your body from day to day. It is important to monitor your weight, and of course the scale is one of those ways that we do that typically. The people in the National Weight Registry who have kept their weight off for more than 5 years do monitor their weight. But if weighing every day is one of those things that's going to mess with your head, then don't do it. I mean, when I was doing my full program, I ended up having to put the scale in the closet because it was making me crazy. So there's fluctuations that happen within your body every day. First of all, your body's made up of water, like 60 or 70% of it. So when you're putting water in, when you're emptying the water out of your body every day, there's fluctuations. For women, you know that there's fluctuations with cycles, pre-cycles, after cycles. Women can fluctuate sometimes quite a bit, and I'm holding this in my hands, so I apologize if this isn't steady. But there were a couple other things in this article that was written by this fitness trainer that I just wanted to share. And it's part of this is sodium, so salt does can have a result of some water retention. And one of the things that I had read in here is that a half a cup of instant pudding actually contains 4 times as much sodium as an ounce of salted nuts, which I thought was kind of crazy. So, that can play a role in body water retention. Like we talked about the cycles. And another factor that causes fluctuations on the scale is the stored glycogen in your body. The glycogen's like a fuel tank of stored carbohydrates. Some of it is stored in the liver and some in the muscles. And the energy reserve weighs more than a pound, the glycogen reserve, and it's packaged with 3 to 4 pounds of water when it's stored. And your glycogen supply is going to shrink during the day if you fail to take in enough carbs. Obviously, we have a very steady amount of carbohydrates on this program throughout the day. So as your glycogen stores shrink, you will replace it along with the water. So that fluctuation alone has nothing to do with what you're eating. It has to do with energizing the body with a little bit more glycogen and the water that comes along with that. You also have to remember that it takes 3,500 calories to make a pound. So if you get on a scale every single day and you're up a pound one day, then you need to ask yourself, first of all, were you on program? If you were on program, then you didn't eat 3,500 calories. So that is not where it's coming from. It's simply water, and it's a water fluctuation. Let's see. So that's the calorie part. And you can compare fat and muscles to feather and gold. 1 pound of fat is like a big, fluffy, lumpy bunch of feathers. And 1 pound of muscle is small and valuable, like a piece of gold. So the other thing that I hear people say often is muscle weighs more than fat. So if you're working out and you're up a little bit and then you're saying, well, it's muscle because it weighs more. Muscle does not weigh more than fat. 1 pound of fat weighs the same as 1 pound of muscle. But there is a difference in your body. So that 1 pound of muscle is going to take up a lot less room. So one of the things you need to make sure you're doing also, besides the scale, is to take measurements, see how your clothes feel, how do your fingers feel, are your fingers swollen when you put rings on? There's lots of different ways to monitor weight and to monitor size than just the scale. So those are just a few pointers. The document is here in the Facebook page. I would really encourage you to go and read the whole thing so that you have a good understanding. That's going to be my tip for the day in our habit of health. And hopefully this uploads right and I got it all right. And if it does and you like it, then I'll do it again. So have a great Thursday, everybody.